What it do? It's time for episode 2. What's going on, everybody? It's Green Hen here. This is episode 2, and today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be attempting to make our own charcoal. We're going to burn some wood. Not burn it all the way because that would just leave us with ash, but you're supposed to pack the wood tightly and then burn it, just let it smolder for a while. So we're going to try that for about 20 to 30 minutes, put it out, and see what we're left with. I'm really excited to try this one. I've seen it a lot on YouTube and survival shows and stuff like that, and I'm really excited to try it because if we can make charcoal, that leads us to being able to do a lot of other stuff, forages, filters, painting, a lot of stuff that we can do. So I'm super excited. I hope you're ready for this. Without further ado, let's start episode 2. So I actually went out last night and got a big bundle of wood. I used this Ozark Trail survival axe hatchet. Has some crescent wrench holes here. What is that? 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 5/8, which are the most common used, ratchet sizes. So that's pretty awesome on this. My niece gave this to me for Christmas, so shout out Tiana. I really appreciate it. But a little bit of bad news: don't swing too hard with this thing fresh out the package because you can bend it. So there's a slight bend there, but I'm sure we can hammer that out and get that fixed. Now, the wood that I got, I just kind of chopped it down quick because I live in a city and I didn't know if somebody was going to come bother me. So today on film, I'm going to be chopping it up in smaller pieces to fit in a portable grill to char it. We're using this wire saw, really cheap at most outdoor stores, $3-4 you can go find this, and they supposedly work really well, so we're going to try it out today. So let's get started. Alrighty, so here's our bundle of sticks here that we're going to be chopping up. Like I said, I just went and got all this stuff yesterday night. A couple different kinds of wood, so we're going to see what works, I guess, and what doesn't work. So as I said, we're going to take our wire saw and we're just going to start cutting up some pieces of wood. Grab it on each end and, oh, not like that. Obviously, you gotta get this pretty sturdy. Harder than it looks. Okay, interesting. A lot harder than it looks. I guess I'm making it look pretty hard too, though. Okay, so maybe my angle was too big. We'll try a flatter angle on it. So then we're going to switch it up a little bit. Well, seeing as how that was a bit more difficult than we originally thought it was going to be, and being that the entire point of survival is conserving your energy and being smart about your use of time, I feel like it's going to take me way too long to just figure that out. So we're going to bring out our little hatchet, the non-bent tip hatchet, and we're going to cut it down most of the way with this, and then try and use the wire saw to finish it off. Let's have some fun. Alrighty, so like I said, Just gonna take this guy here, chop up the wood a little bit. So first I just want to point out that doing this and chopping these pieces of wood down, we're going to end up with a great amount of tinder and kindling, which is going to be very important in a survival situation. You want to save all of this stuff as much as you can, and you want to keep this stuff extra dry. Alright, so now that we got this chopped down a little bit, I'm going to try and use this wire saw again, just see if it works. I don't want to, fail at this. I want to be able to use it. But I am kind of starting to think that this will be better for limbs that were still attached to the tree. Because you need quite a bit of leverage to use this. And standing here like this is not great for the back. Well, I don't think I'm going to be using this wire saw unless the branches on the tree is not working for me today. But this is also pretty hard wood right here, so that might have some effect on it as well. I'm going to go ahead and get back to chopping. One. So if you can look there, that white spot right there, tree grub. Tree grub. This tree was down for a few days, at least a week, so it's not surprising. There you go, maybe you can see it there. Yeah. Alrighty, so this is what we got so far. We have a nice pile of firewood here. I saved all of the kindling, the bark, the small sticks that fell off, and the tinder. Like I said, these two you want to keep super dry. These two we're using today. So I'm just in the front area now, getting ready for this fire. Being a primitive survival channel, I do have a propane grill, and it would have made it a lot easier, but I'm pretty sure my propane is in storage right now. So, great opportunity for us to learn how to do this primitively. So, we're here. We have our powder, tinder, our kindling, bigger kindling up to the wood that we are going to be burning and trying to make charcoal out of. Very excited about this. Let's get over to a safe spot and get started. Alrighty guys, so here we are. In the parking lot. We're following all rules and regulations of the apartment and the city. We're 50 feet away from the building. We are using a grill. We have a sandbag just in case anything bad happens, so we have a way to extinguish any spot fires or anything like that. So as I said, all rules and regulations are being followed. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm not going to be doing any spark fires. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use a lighter, light some dryer lint that I have under there with some bark and tinder with smaller kindling sticks on top and the logs on the side, as you can see. Let's hope for the best. Alrighty guys, so we got the fire going. It's not ideal at all. It rained 2 days ago, so all of this wood is really wet. Also, don't stick your hand in the fire like I'm doing right now. It's very dangerous. Use a stick or something else. But as you can see, the wood is charring. I'm just going to try and get the fire up a little bit, try and get it spread evenly, so that way we can have a nice bit of charcoal when we're done. Alrighty, so as you can see, the fire is going. We got a good, blaze going Quite a few of the logs are caught on fire. We got a little bit extra down here. I don't think we're going to use that this video. I think we're going to let what is in there burn and smolder for a while, and come back and check on it in about 30 minutes. See what we got. Alright guys, so I went ahead and added the rest of the wood on top of the pile because I want it to be really tight. I don't want a lot of the wood to just burn into ash. We want it to just smolder, and to get it to smolder it has to be tighter around the hot point, so it doesn't burn, it more cooks. And that's what we're looking for with this, is for the wood to cook and that chemical reaction to happen for it to turn into charcoal. Alright guys, so we just closed the grill. Most of the wood was on fire and we didn't want it to burn, like I said, so we closed the grill so it will go out and just smolder. And we're pretty much going to wait for the smoke to stop, and once the smoke stops we will open it up and see if we have charcoal. Cross your fingers. It's hot in there, man. Over 400 degrees, almost over 450 now. Hot, hot, hot. Don't touch the metal. You will burn yourself. Hot. Alrighty, folks. So, I think it's been long enough. It's been about 20-30 minutes. I haven't exactly timed it, because in most survival situations I wouldn't be able to exactly time it. So, trying to be accurate to the situation, I went and got a big ass bucket of water. So we're going to open this up and put this out. Now before I open up, I want to warn everybody about something called wood gas. It's real. Whenever you burn wood, it releases a natural gas, and right now there could be a lot of gas stored up in the top of this grill. So when I open it and that oxygen allows the fire to catch, I could have a big fireball on my hands. So anytime you're burning wood in an enclosed space, be extremely careful when you're opening it, or you can get a fireball to the face. Alright, so as you can see, we got a lot of black wood, we got a lot of white stuff down here. Yeah, I think we're ready to see what we got. Here we go with bucket number 2. I want to make sure that fire is put out before I start grabbing any of that wood. Now some of it's still smoking, as you can see, but as you see, a big ass piece broke off, and if you look there, folks, we got charcoal. Success! So as you can see, not all of the wood burned, but we got a good amount of it burnt and turned into charcoal. So next time I need to make charcoal, guess what I'm using? This almost charcoaled wood. Kind of seems like a waste of resources not to use it, right? Alrighty, folks. So here's our pile of charcoal. I'm really happy right now. Really happy and excited that we were able to do this. Alright, so now that we have the charcoal successfully, all we gotta do now is just break it down. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a piece. You see some of it isn't all the way burnt. That's why we're breaking it down. So those non-burnt pieces we're gonna toss to the side. And then we're gonna get all this good charcoal right there off of each one of these. So we got it broken down, smaller pieces, which is going to be closer to where we want to use this for a forge or a water filter or something like that. And then, you know, obviously if we paint with it, we're going to have to break it down even more. Well, we're going to have to break it down even more regardless. But for paint, it's obviously just going to have to be powder, like basically what is stuck on my hands. But we have charcoal, folks, and quite a bit of it too. So, successful experiment for episode 2, and I'm super stoked about this one, guys. This is going to take our survivability up 2 or 3 notches at least with the things that we're able to do. Like I said before, we're going to start getting into being able to forage. We're going to start being able to get into filter water, and so many other things that we can do with this carbon. And super stoked, super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it gave you courage to try this experiment on your own, make your own charcoal. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and share it. Share it on Facebook, share it to other people on YouTube so we get this out there, man. As always, this is Green Hand signing off.